everyone, and welcome to This Week at Shrouded, episode 72. It's a big number. I don't know why. Anyway, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. I'm your host today, AGreener. We've got a great show for you, but first, who's our guest here? Mr. Wrecked, the happy, flamey guy, or angry, and our friend, sussBebo. How's it going?
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. All right, that's all we're getting out of them. Like I said, we got a great show for you today. We're going to be talking mostly about the TWAB, the TWID, whatever you guys call it nowadays. A lot of Crucible updates in this, so we're going to be going over them, see what they're like. We're going to talk a little bit more about the new system that they have for the class item farm. We were talking a little bit about it in the pre-show. And had a small discussion, but we decided to save the rest of it for the next bit. We're going to talk a little bit about the Bungie Day charity that finishes fundraising in 2 days, and then of course we're going to talk about Onslaught Attunement is returning. Woo! Some people excited about that. Not everybody, because they Wrecked already has all his weapons, but not everybody played it as much as him, so it'd be nice that it comes back. Excuse me, apologies. And then I don't know, are we gonna I feel like there was more things that happened this week that weren't in the TWAB that I wanted to talk about, but my brain is not activating at the moment. I should have wrote them down, but I didn't. Anyway, if they come up while we're talking about this beautiful game and community, oh yeah, Bungie broke the Bungie.net forums. Good job. We'll talk about that in a little bit. They didn't actually break them. They just made it miserable for everyone to use. First, we're going to announce our weekly silver winners at the beginning of the podcast every week. As long as I remember, we announced two $2,300 silver winners. This week, the winners are Oakfin 9262 and spacecowboyyzz. Got a lot of Z's. So congratulations. Reach out to me in Discord, AGreener. We're going to give you a form to fill out, and you will make $2,300. No, 2,300 silver. That'd be a lot of money. 2,300 silver. Anyway, reach out. We'll give you the form to fill out. You'll get a code that has your silver attached to it.
And then we'll have your social security number.
That's true. We do ask for that, but it's important. We need it. Beyond that, first, we're just going to quickly talk, bring up the Bungie Day, Bungie Foundation 7th Column Chaos fundraiser. Just because it's got 2 days left. We've been raising for 3 weeks now. If you want to continue to support, you only have until Sunday to do so. There's still a bunch of emblems available, some that Bungie was giving out, some that we had left over that we're giving out. We have a couple things that sold out, so you can't get any more Cosmic Tune ships. And I think there's only 1 or 2 Universal Constant emblems left. So you want to get in there and grab those. We still got a bunch of Bungie Foundation ones. If you haven't grabbed one of those yet, you can go in there and get one. It's a really nice red one. Now, we also have some SGC merch available in there, so you can get merch from our store. That's right, Bungie. You can get merch from our store, and then all the money you spend on the merch goes to the charity. So we cover the cost of production and shipping. So basically, every cent goes to the charity. So it's a pretty awesome deal. Grab yourself a gamepad or a 7th Column Chaos SGC hat, which will never be sold again anywhere ever again. If Bungie knew about it, they would probably shut us down because it uses their 7th Column Chaos logo on the back of it. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. It's for charity. Bungie, you can eat my ass.
Well, they know now.
They do. I doubt it. They don't watch this because they don't pay attention to us. And it's amazing. This one will go viral. Wait for it. Free use. Yeah, I hope so.
Bungie, we're not my ass. That's gonna go viral.
We're not making any money off of it, so they shouldn't have any problem with it. But it's possible that they lose their shit because, well, we're gonna talk a little bit later. They make some weird decisions sometimes. In fact, we can get in that right now. So there's been a war happening slowly over the last few years on the Bungie Forum between Destiny communities. We've talked about it a couple times on the podcast, but not in length. We're not going to go too deep into it right now. The worst offenders currently, we're getting over the last 12 months have been getting pretty bad, to the point where a lot of, by bad I mean downvoting posts, saying negative shit, being generally toxic. And it was pretty bad over the last 12 months, to the point where a bunch of community leaders, originally not including myself because I said I didn't want to get involved, but they were doing a bunch of work, trying to find evidence to certain misdoings, wrongdoings, and that type of stuff, and get it to a Bungie moderator. A Bungie moderator started to take notice. They said they had already been tracking them, but it had been over a year since it started, so it seems unlikely, but they're probably trying to save face. Anyway, they put out a post recently that gave us brand new rules to follow in the clan recruitment forum. Now, said rules are: any post that advertise a Discord server or website where paid services or paid tiers are offered will be removed. 2, if we discover that a clan is encouraging their communities to attack other clan posts, all posts from the offending clan will be removed, with the possibility of clan members facing a forum and or in-game ban. That's a good one, by the way. That's a good one. 2 is good. 1 is bad. 3, clans can advertise once per day. If more posts are discovered, they will be removed. That's fine. We only did every 2 or 3 days anyway, so no big deal. 4, bumping old threads. That where I'm just going to put out the keyword old really quickly, because that's important. Old threads, to get them to rise to the top of the forum, will result in the threads removal. Okay, so number 1. Any post that advertises a Discord server or website where paid services or paid tiers are offered will be removed. Okay, so our post got ninja'd today, and the reason being is we have our website listed. It doesn't say anything, go here to buy anything. It just says shroudedgaming.com. When you go to said website, there is a link to our merchandise store. So that broke the new term of service. Now, they're saying if our it also says and advertises a Discord server where they called it a paid service. Paid services or paid tiers are offered will be removed. So that means if we put our Discord link on there, they go into our Discord link and they find a link to our merch store, it's going to be removed. So effectively what they're doing is they're saying a clan cannot have merch, which is absolutely insane to me. Absolutely insane to me. We're not the only clan that sells merchandise. Jesus Christ. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. And we have a Patreon. So we have a Patreon that does not offer any in-game services whatsoever. There's no hidden in-game services like some other clans that say there's no in-game services, but when you get into the special channels, there's in-game services. It's all just access to this podcast in its extended form if you don't watch it live. It's the only way you can get the extended version recording. You get discounts on the merchandise store, and there's exclusive merchandise that you get shipped to your house every month. That's basically the main Patreon bonuses. So basically, by having the Patreon link anywhere, or our website link anywhere, or our merch link anywhere, in our Discord that has nothing to do with the Bungie Forum in any way, shape, or form, they say that they can remove our posts and our access to the Bungie forums, which is effectively Bungie.net right now is trying to police the internet by saying you can't use our thing if you sell something somewhere else that has nothing to do with us. It is unbelievable, and it's absolutely bonkers / stupid. I can't believe that I can understand, okay, my website and the post leads to a merch store, fine, I remove the website. But to have you click a Discord link, go into a server that runs a community that makes you thousands of fucking dollars a week, by the way, has a merch store link somewhere in a 500 channel Discord, that's breaking your new terms of service. You're insane. They're insane. So basically, if a Twitch streamer, this is what I said, if a Twitch streamer wants to recruit for their clan on the Bungie forum, not possible. They wouldn't be allowed under these new terms of service, because surely their Discord has a link to their Twitch somewhere. Twitch has paid services. No difference, right? It's exactly the same thing. You're paying for a service.
Everybody that has a Twitch link in their server, or in their server, is linking back to a spot where you can spend money for subs.
That's true. Right. It's insane that that a merch store potentially in a Discord, that Discord is linked on your forum post, will get you removed. Unreasonable requirements. So it also made me think, I wonder if you could get around it by just hear me out. This is for fun. I would never do this because it's ridiculous. But if you had a Bungie post, or if you had a Bungie post that led you to a Discord, and then when you got to that Discord, it led you to another Discord, and then when you get to this Discord, it led you to another Discord, that eventually down the line somewhere led you to the SGC. Would that count? Because the link that's posted in the forum, it just has one channel that has a link to another Discord, not a merch store.
You really want them to clarify that? They're going to come out and be like, listen, if
you have a Bungie clan, you can't sell anything. That's going to be the new rule.
If within 6 clicks I can find something to buy on the internet, then it's wrong. You can't have a post.
You can't use our forum.
So
it's such an unreasonable
reading the post, right? From my understanding, you can sell merch. What you cannot sell are services or tiers of
That's great. But how about
membership?
You listen to this message that I got from a Bungie moderator when they ninja'd our post. Okay, so hello, moderator here. Thanks, moderator. I wanted to give you a heads up. He said hello, moderator here. Yeah. And he says, I wanted to give you a heads up. We have new rules for the clan recruitment forum, which can be found here. And he links back to the post that I just read. I'm removing your threads because they are advertising your website where paid services are recurring. Brackets, the merch store. Close bracket.
Paid services.
Okay.
Paid services are recurring. And then in brackets, the merch store. That's a paid service. That's it. They go on to say, I didn't check your Discord yet, but if the same is happening there, and or if you're directing members to bump the thread, it sure looks like it, then that would also warrant a removal. So the reason he removed, he said clearly on here, the reason you removed is because your post links to your website, which has a merch store. So that breaks. So that's not, if you read it that way, it's paid services is not an actual service. It's anything that you can pay for, which includes merchandise. So, and then them saying, I didn't check your Discord yet, but if the same is happening there, then that would also warrant a removal. So basically what they're saying is, if there's a link to my merch store in my Discord, which there is, and if there's a link to our Patreon, they didn't mention Patreon specifically, but if there's a link to the Patreon in there, then that's enough warrant for us to remove your post on the Bungie forum, which is absurd. They're not misunderstanding what I offer. It literally says in the message, there's paid services on your website, and then it says the merch store. They know what they're talking about. They pulled the post down because we have a merchandise store. There's no ifs, ands, or buts here. They spelled it out clear. We have a merchandise store like every other influencer on the fucking planet. But because the link, the website, like, Okay, whatever. Nobody's advertising the fucking merch on your forums. They say any post that advertises a Discord server or website where paid. It's the dumbest thing. Like every Discord has probably got a paid service somewhere. Like whether it's
I can see them not wanting a website that's got a merch store just right there. Like I can totally get that, but at a certain point, there's got to be enough degrees of separation that it's fine. Like the Discord takes you to the website takes you to the merch store. I feel like that's 2 steps of separation. That should be enough for it to not matter.
Yeah, I had no problem removing Shrouded Game. Like, I had to remove ShroudedGaming.com from the post. Totally cool. And they told me that we have to remove it from all of our clan pages too. So I had to go. I went through. Sadistic helped me, but we went through all the clan pages and we deleted anything that had reference to ShroudedGaming.com. So, which means we had to take our security Discord link that was a redirect on our website. We had to change it to the direct link on Discord. That way, all the bots can get through now. Thanks, Bungie. And we had to put that in all of our clan profiles. We had to remove ShroudedGaming.com. We had to put the Discord link, the actual Discord link, in the recruitment post, as well as remove any mention of ShroudedGaming.com. And I'm also too scared to put the banner that I used to put on all my posts, because that file is hosted on ShroudedGaming.com. I don't know what they're going to do with that. Is it a magic bot, or do they actually check this shit? And the bot's going to be like, oh, there's something here that leads to that website, but delete. It's and I specifically asked about the redirect link too, and they said no, remove the redirect link. And you don't even spend any time on Shrouded. You know what a redirect link? If anybody who doesn't know what it is, ShroudedGaming.com/Discord. If you go to it right now, what it does is it automatically, like nothing loads, it automatically redirects you to our Discord. It's really straightforward, really easy, really amazing. But the thing is, you can have extra security in there, right? So bots aren't picking through it. Because if it detects a bot, it makes them do the capture shit before it redirects them. So now not only do we have to change all this shit, and either get rid of or hide our merch store and Patreon, which we're not gonna get rid of them. That's fucking stupid. But we can't afford not to be able to recruit on the Bungie Forum, because it is the most lucrative way to find clan members.
Yeah, every time I ask someone who joins, they tell me they saw the forums.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I guarantee we get 95% of our members from the forums. Some people find us through Google, because we're like the 6th entry on Google when you type Destiny 2 clan. Anyway. It's dumb. It's bad. It's going to be bad for a lot of people. A lot of communities have some sort of revenue stream. Once again, whether it be a merch store, whether it be a Patreon, whether it be a Twitch channel, whether it be a fucking OnlyFans, I don't care what it is. There's something somewhere that is revenue collecting.
How are you going to support the community, or like just manage everything if you don't generate some form of
even
revenue?
If we didn't do any giveaways, like some of the stuff that we the website costs, we pay for premium version of a lot of the bots we use. That way we get extra features and we get special support. So that I mean, that probably doesn't run up a ton, but I mean, I imagine we probably spend close to $400 or $500 a month on that stuff.
On stuff that runs the community, essentially. Like,
yeah. Yep. Maybe not that much. $300 or $400. Let's go with $350. But my point is, like, yes, we go for like the highest tier, so we can utilize things effectively. Like we have like for example, Charlemagne. It's a good example. We provide them with money They listen. They allow us to make feedback on changes and stuff. That's part of their deal. So yes, we're involved in that. That way, we can make recommendations that work better for our community. Nothing's really come from that specifically, but we get early access to things as well and stuff like that. Anyway, the point is like. You can run a community probably with zero cost to yourself other than time. But if you want to run a better community, a little bit of revenue is not bad. Now, we do a lot of giveaways, so we do collect a lot more revenue specifically for those things. But, I mean, it's not a business.
Giveaways of silver and DLCs for Destiny.
Yeah, mostly. And Cade 6 statues from your Bungie store. 2 of them this month, in fact. You fucking... And now they're giving us shit because we want to put our website on that thing. It's absurd. Yeah, sure. You want to get rid of people that are offering paid clears? Okay. Duh. That's against TOS. We're not breaking any TOS here. You've just created a TOS that makes absolutely no sense, and you're punishing all of us because we spoke up against an issue that was happening on your forum. You overcorrected, and now everybody has got a problem instead of just fucking banning the sons of bitches that were causing the problems on the forum to begin with. Like, it's absurd.
I also like the forum says that this is not up for discussion, but I feel like there still needs to be some discussion. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they need to have a discussion. This is absurd.
Well, I'm sure it was brought up to them that the clan in question, old Voldemort, right on their Patreon, they had at this tier you get carries, you get GM carries, you get raid carries, you get whatever dungeon carries. So I'm sure that's where it all came from. It's a shame that Bungie just had to be Bungie and take something that should have been a positive and fuck it up. They are famous for that kind of shit,
Yep, absolutely.
I think it'll all depend on how strictly they'll enforce this, because if they do suddenly decide to enforce it how it's meant to be enforced, they're gonna be left with like no communities. So at that point, like what are they gonna do? Like how are they gonna get people to the forums? How are they just gonna be like, I don't know? They're killing their own communities, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't know what people's plans are or what they plan to do. I'm just gonna hide any mention of our Patreon and merch store behind clan tags. They're not going to come and join a clan just to see if they get unhidden channels that have merch stores behind them. And if they do, then maybe we deserve to be banned off the forum. I don't fucking know.
At the end of the day, if they come in and try to look for something, like they're not going to find anything that's worth banning. Like paying for carries or tiered subscriptions and for carries and all that type of stuff. If that's what they're looking for, they're not going to come and find stuff. But it just depends on what they're looking for and what they want to stop. But they overcorrected by a huge margin.
Hard. It should have been as simple as the Bungie recruitment update. Any post that advertises any post that advertises a Discord server or a website where paid Destiny 2 services are available will be removed. And then if a clan is discovered that they're encouraging their community to attack other clan posts, it will be removed. All right. Oh, and let me get to this. I mentioned it earlier. Bumping old threads to get them to rise to the top of the forum will result in the threads removal. Okay, once again, I want to mention the old part of this because in my chat with our friendly neighborhood Bungie forum or moderator, they also said, as for the bumping rule, just don't direct people to make comments in your threads. That is obviously bumping, and you won't be fooling anybody. And then I said, as for the comments, just to be clear, we're not trying to fool anyone. To me, it was a marketing strategy to show people that we are a good community, but we will not ask it. I said we will not ask anymore. I guess I didn't say more than that. I was just like, whatever. Okay. Hold on. I want to say this part where it's like, oh, yeah. I didn't try to do it. If you are directing your members to bump the thread, it sure looks like it, which it did, because we did. Then that would also warrant removal. So the reason I wanted to bring this part up was we were talking about a thread that I just posted.
Yeah, not an old one.
So bumping old threads to get them to rise to the top of the forum was it. So this wasn't an old thread. This was a brand new thread. I sent out a ping. Hey guys, can you drop some upvotes and comments in here? Boom, goes to the top. We don't do it again. It's not like in a day I go, hey, can you guys re-upvote this? No, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
But, he felt the need to mention it and to say, it sure looks like you are. And then as for the bumping rule, it's just, they said you don't have people make comments. So I assume right now that means upvotes are up for grabs,
Upvotes
but
are fine. Yeah.
But I don't want to post, hey, people go upvote this, because not everybody watches the podcast or reads the thing, and that will say, do not comment. So I'm hoping staff will, maybe. That's why I said I'm probably just going to keep that in the staff chat from now on. But anyway, so we can't comment anymore, which is cool. I think somebody commented on our most recent post, though.
How,
Hold on, let me check.
There's no comments on the most recent one.
Thank God! We won't get banned! Sorry. Can't help it.
How are people supposed to market out their clan or how do they expect, what do they expect people to do? What is their perfect clan strategy to bring players in? I mean, I guess when you really think about it, Bungie has never had in mind the aspect of clans and communities of Destiny 2. They've never wanted that or tried to help out in that aspect. Because even within the game, it's they don't do anything for clans and stuff. I don't even so I don't know.
No, yeah,
they got them just trying to get rid of it.
They got the clan banners and whatnot that are basically useless. There's no benefit to them almost at all in any way. But I don't know, man. And then always having I don't know. I got nothing.
Did you delete the thread from the 24th?
They went in and deleted all of our threads.
Okay. All right.
Including your comment.
Oh, sadness.
They didn't delete them all, but they probably deleted the last month's worth. Maybe they're making their way through all of them. I don't fucking know. I don't really care. The most recent one's the only one with any importance to me. Anyway, so yeah, Bungie forums looking great, looking totally tubular, totally awesome. Good job, Bungie. Overcorrection. Ridiculous.
Now, do you want to look at the other scope and talk about not enough? See what I did there?
The Crucible stuff? Oh, wait.
Class items?
Oh, no. Oh, we'll get to class items. It's totally fine, I think. They want you to play the game.
You're part of the problem. You are the reason why we're here. Just you is the reason why this is happening.
Just me specifically?
We
Look,
just-
we'll get to that in a minute, but listen, it's fine. You guys are so greedy.
No.
Yeah, you get a double drop at once a week, probably on each character. I never even looked.
Oh.
But what? Just run it once a week then.
All right, we're getting into this now because Greener gotta go right for it, homie.
Okay.
There is...
Let's go right for it. You're right. Let's do it quickly. Just so if anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, the exotic class item tuning update. They increase the chances for drops when opening overthrow chests. As you open chests tied to overthrow activities, your chances will increase. Higher tier chests give you bigger increased drop chances. This should decrease the amount of time it takes on average. Some people disagree with that, and that's what we're going to talk about in a minute. Then they reduce the chances the unrelated pale heart chests and free roam to encourage overthrow participation. So the one everybody's been AFKing over to is there's going to be decreased chances there. So you're going to go from 1 hour class item to 2 hours. I'm just making those numbers up. I don't know. Increased chance stored up from overthrow chests apply to lost sectors and co-op missions that take place in the pale heart. So they carry over. So if you're doing other stuff, which is nice. Now, go ahead and tell me what your problem is. Oh, I forgot to mention the first time you do Dual Destiny, you'll get 2 every week. Per character. So you can get 6 by running 3 times each week.
Yeah, okay. This is very simple. Probably the big thing that we would have wanted and we still want and would have been great to see is dupe protection.
Dupe
protection against getting
protection
doubled. Because check this out. First run of the week, I'm getting my 2 class items, baby. Let's go. 2 drops that I already have. What the fuck? Like, so but like,
that's been the same for weapons for 7 years. Why do you think this class item should be any different?
Because it is essentially...
Because. I like that.
It is the cornerstone of what Bungie is basing the entire game around. Like, they sold us Prismatic. Correct. But Prismatic, the huge sale point about Prismatic was the fact that you get to use exotic class items, right? You can't use it with any other subclass. It has to be Prismatic.
Yeah.
So, essentially, and then there's 64 rolls, like, which is fine. You want to make us farm for it? Great. Give us one source where we won't get duplicate protection. If you want to keep dupes dropping for the overthrow chests and all that, fine. But at least for those 2 drops for Dual Destiny, give us the dupe protection. Because then you're going to go in there, each of your characters, and get drops that you already have. And then be like, why did I even bother doing this mission? Like, it changes nothing. It moves the needle in no way. AFK farming is not going to stop now because of this. If, like, the whole point of AFK farming is that they are AFK. So any single drop that they get is already good for them. It doesn't matter how long it takes for the macro to get it. So, like, if they thought this was going to stop the macro farming, it's not going to move the needle at all. Like, people are just still going to do it, but they'll get less drops for it, which they won't care because it's free loot for them. I mean, I guess you increase rate for overthrow, which is, thanks. But overthrow kind of sucks already now.
I like overthrow. Do you not like overthrow?
Yeah, but I like, I've done it so much at this point that, like, that's not me.
Oh,
my wife just got home and
Okay.
the dog is excited. So the dog is murdering a squeaky toy.
Oh, I thought maybe your dog was a squeaky toy.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I was like,
there are large dogs and small dogs. There could be a relationship going on occasionally where one dog is a squeaky toy, but that is not currently going on.
Okay, all right. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm
All right.
wrecked. What are your thoughts?
All right. Greener is right. Grinding and getting a bunch of bullshit before you get the thing you want is a cornerstone of Destiny. However, the worst grind in the game is dungeon weapon farming. Okay? Because you don't know if you're going to get the thing that you want first off, and then you have to get the role that you want. But even then, the chances of getting the loot you want out of a dungeon at any given encounter is higher than the chances of getting a class item you want. The math just works out that you are less likely to get the class item you're looking for than the piece of dungeon loot you want, at least with 2 perks for the weapon, the final 2 columns. They basically doubled down on the worst kind of grind in the game, and their changes don't address the core issue with exotic class items. It's not the drop chances. I mean, was I farming dual Destiny when you would get 2 drops? Yes, because it was fun, all right, to play with somebody, and I felt like I was getting sufficient reward for my time. Getting 1 for a 20-minute run, or 27-minute run, I think was what my average was. Not fun, not worth it. On top of not necessarily getting anything useful. Number 2, maybe this is cope, but I see the exact same roles frequently. There are certain roles that I see a lot of a specific combination. Is that potentially just RNG? Yes, it absolutely is. But I would bet money that if we went back and looked at the loot tables for class items, Bungie knows which ones were going to be the most sought after, and they are probably weighted less than the other ones. Again, this could be completely cope, but that's how it feels. And considering the number of duplicates I've gotten of some of the more trash perk combinations, it really feels that way. Again, could be cope, just could be me being sour grapes for bad rolls that I've got. So having some kind of being able to have some kind of deterministic loot, whether that is increasing the chances of one or both of the perks, or making the class item craftable, or whatever, something would have been nice. Number 2, they're taking for the active farmers, they've made the farm worse. All right. The farm, running the landing and doing it manually, not running AFK, just running the patterns that the chests appear in, would net you a class item every 30 minutes or so. Okay, you need to effectively do 5 runs. You would get 1 class item every 5 runs, just collecting the area chests. And once you've done that a few times, you will know where all the spawns are, and as soon as you get on your board, you don't even really need a wombo detector. You'll just be able to know where the chests are. It literally takes 5 minutes to do a run, right? To do a run to get all 5 chests in the area, and then reset the landing and do it again. Now you're gonna have to do overthrows. Now Bungie says in their post that this is gonna be faster than the current farm. There is no fucking way they have any data that supports that, because you have to run around and find the right events. So there's travel time between the events. The events spawn at random, so you don't know which ones they're going to be. Different events take different amounts of time and effort. There is no way in hell they could support the assertion that you're going to get class items faster doing overthrow than you would being able to do the farm before. And finally, the last point is this does nothing for the AFK farmers at all. All it does is cut the number of drops the AFK farmers are going to get, but that's not going to dissuade anybody. AFK farmers for Golgoroth used to just sit in Golgoroth's maze, they still do, and try to just grind their levels as high as possible, even though it had no impact on the game at a certain point. None. Zero. Zilch. It was just big number. That's all they
Lost
were
sectors.
interested in. It didn't matter. The lost sectors don't increase the chances either, because the lost sectors, especially in the Pale Heart, take forever.
No. I meant the Golgoroth maze still affects your strength in Legend and Master Lost Sectors because they don't cap you.
But again, it doesn't matter after a certain point. Your delta, the delta that the enemies can have to you, it stops. It's not an infinite number where you can just increasingly get more powerful and more powerful and more powerful.
You're an infinite number.
It was capped even back then. All right, even back before.
Yeah,
you
but
could
what's
only
it
get
capped
so
at?
much more powerful than the rest of the enemies.
Yeah, but I want to be level 1000.
But
I'm
it's
just
not
kidding.
it's not gonna change anything. If their objective were stop people to AFK farm, they should have changed whatever the algorithm is that spawns the chest to make it truly random.
No, they should have just got rid of like if
fixed it.
you get no exotic class items from the random chests there. Problem solved. It's probably easier than fixing the algorithm to
And get
the
them
chest
where
spawns.
instead. And get them where instead.
Well, the overthrows. Like they just did.
What, overthrows and lost sectors?
Overthrows,
Overthrow.
lost sectors. Yeah.
Doing overthrow
Uh-huh.
for however long it's going to take to get one of these class items. 30 minutes of fucking sweating your balls off.
Yeah.
Is going to feel so bad when you get that duplicate class item again. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be worse. At least when you're just farming the chests, all you're doing is driving around in a circle while you're just
No. I'd much rather be shooting some bad guys than
what's
jumping
worse than
around on my
that, though?
fucking board.
You know what's worse than that? Doing a 25, 30-minute mission for double drops, and both of them you already have.
Yeah. So
That's going to feel even worse.
Bungie hasn't addressed the
Just
actual
like every
problem with
raid
class
we've
items.
ever done.
The problem with the class items is the lack of any kind of drop protection at all, a dupe protection at all, and not having any way to deterministically feel like you're any closer to getting the drop you want.
Yeah, it makes you wonder though. Like
Can-
I agree with that, the dupe protection, and the reason they're trying to avoid that, I have got to assume, is because they want people to continue
Playtime.
grinding. Yeah, playtime. Yeah.
That's why they don't really care about the AFK farmers. They don't give a shit if people AFK farm. That shows us playtime. And when they need to take those numbers to Papa Sony, they can be like, look at all the people that are playing so many hours of our game. It's so popular. It doesn't matter that they're playing the same patrol area for fucking 16 hours at night when nobody's around. That doesn't matter. They're playing the game.
Yep. No, I get it.
You know what I think would be a great fix for this, or like halfway, like meet us down the middle. Let us attune one of the perks the way we would attune brave weapons. So it'll give us an increased chance for it to drop, but it won't guarantee the drop. But let us like attune one of the perks like on either column. I don't know. Like
I
just
say
something. Give us something.
You know what? I say they should just do what people say. When you get the best way to do it, really, in reality, is if you get a drop, it unlocks it. So you can just select from your perk drops on the one class item you have. So that way you don't have to have 64 fucking class items in your vault, or how many ever you want, or how many ever there is. You just have 1, 2, 3, or 4, you know, depending if you want to have like quick swapping available without actually selecting the perks. And then every time you get a perk, it unlocks it for every one of them. And then you're able to
like red borders. If you get 5 of that perk, like, you could unlock it.
Yeah, or something like that.
I'd be fine if it was even something like once you have an exotic class item, if you want to unlock a particular perk, you have to spend an Ascendant Alloy on it, and that'll unlock it.
That too,
or a cipher. Even I would waste a cipher on that without like no hesitation.
Spend lots of stuff, yeah. Whatever's expensive. If you've gotten a drop, you should be able to unlock it on every one of them. That way you can just swap it on and off. That's the real reason they give us the extra 100 slots. Oh, 100%, actually. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I read chat.
Well,
okay,
that and Ergo Sum.
Ergo Sum, yeah, but there's only like 4 good rolls for that.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, and there's no need to farm the different elements anymore, because the main reason you want them is for doing raids, and those modifiers aren't in the raids anymore, so it doesn't really matter.
What get like what I don't understand is they have knockout protection, like dupe protection for so many things. Why not class items?
Grind
Like
time.
they have it for adept weapons for raids. They had it before for exotics, with law sectors and Vex strike force and all
They
this stuff.
just fixed it for red borders for taking your memory fragment into excision. They fixed it so you would have dupe protection. You cannot get something that you already have anymore.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
So why not? Why the holdout? There's like something we're missing. There's something we don't know. I don't know. Like
Playtime. We've decided. We've figured it out already. Once people stop grinding for them, they'll add dupe protection. So wait for a year.
Terminator already got me all my class items, so I'm good to go.
Terminator?
Yeah.
You mean a
Skynet.
macro? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I see. All right, let's move on from this. TLDR, if you don't actually like Overthrow, this is a bad change, according to people. If you like Overthrow and you enjoy playing it,
It's still a bad change.
no, you might get more. You might get a drop more often. So have fun, but it might be a dupe. But at least you can get 2 drops for your first run of Dual Destiny. That's a positive change, regardless.
That can be dupes.
That could be dupes, yes, but that's like every other activity in the game. You can run any activity in the game and get a dupe weapon over and over and over again for 87 years. It's no different. So yeah, this is 25-minute activity. If you get 2 dupes, then that sucks.
you need to wait on
Exactly.
raising that because we don't know what the challenge is going to be. It's not going to just be complete the thing.
Just run it. Yeah.
They said there's going to be a challenge, so it could be
Completed under 25 minutes.
Well, that's no problem.
It could be get 100 kills with a sidearm while you're in there. You know.
Well, that's all we use now anyway.
Who knows?
Get 100 kills with a glaive.
Yeah, get 100 glaive kills. You know, get 100 bow kills. That's the kind of challenge.
Trinity Ghoul, baby. Let's go. Sorry. All right. Anyway, I get it. Let's move on. We've talked about it enough. There is a lot of Crucible shit in here.
Yeah.
and Crucible
like usual,
is so boring.
AGreener is going to be like, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. You're right. But, I don't. All right. Let's take a look at it. All right. So, changes coming in the August 8.0.5 update. General Crucible, 6v6 map weighting. So they're increasing the weight of popular maps, decreasing less popular ones.
W change.
They're going to improve lobby balancing.
That is marketing hype. They have no idea if they're improving lobby balancing.
Okay, so I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to get down to where they actually talk about it. They're updating the quitter systems. System should have more lenient for players who rarely quit or get disconnected.
This is going to make all kinds of people really mad.
Okay.
A lot of rage quitters that are going to be spending a lot of downtime.
Oh, good. Fuck rage quitters. Sandbox balance. So PvP nerfs to Threat Spectre and Swarm Grenades. Trials of Osiris. They're updating some of the passages. Competitive. Clash, reducing the score to win to bring back matches closer to 8 minutes. Okay. And Collision improves spawn logic. Improving spawn logic is always good in any mode because stuff barking wreck. Iron Banner temporarily removing tribute for additional improvements. Oh, people must be loving that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I had fun with tribute. I know.
Well, that's because
I have the worst fucking takes. Yeah, but I had fun, and I won almost every game of tribute I played. That's why I liked it, because it was easy to win, because people are stupid.
You know, it's stupid. Tribute, and now
people.
It's dead.
People are stupid. Okay, so General Crucible. So increase the base end of match rewards, including more Glimmer. Who cares about Glimmer? Glimmer is a 100% nerf. 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 G I
Bro,
fucking
I
hate.
never have glimmer. I never.
How do you not have glimmer?
Clearly,
bro?
you haven't done much crafting this season without telling
Yeah,
me you haven't done
exactly.
much crafting.
Literally.
I have crafted
That's
all the
literally
Pale Heart weapons, half of the raid weapons. Like what other weapons are there? Like fuck off. I've been crafting. I've got so many planetary materials that I never run out of glimmer. Like everybody should. I don't know why you don't. Did you not play the game for year 2, 3, and 4?
You're like Bungie's perfect Destiny 2 player. Like
Yeah.
you are what they model everything after.
No, they're
That's
not.
not-
He doesn't
and
play enough
it is-
Destiny for it to be. perfect.
That's true. That's true.
Correct. That's the whole reason. Like
That's why he has all these materials still, because he doesn't play to use them on anything.
I spend so much stuff. All right.
I have to go do
False.
public events in the fucking EDZ
I ain't living
for
that life.
glimmer, bro.
Listen, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not some Destiny hobo.
I am
I
a
have-
peasant.
I have over 20,000 planetary materials. I have like 4,000 phantasmal fragments or whatever they are. And I've still got like 100 or 1,000 of those the things in your inventory, the little glimmer bombs, whatever they are.
Finest matter weaves.
Like
Not finest.
no,
matter
no,
weave,
no, no, the other thing
Rainmakers.
that's like that. Yeah, Rainmakers. And then I don't know. Is there other shit that you can get
Some
glimmer
of us
for?
didn't
I probably
start-
have a bunch of that.
Here always pieces, dark fragments.
Oh yes, I got a bunch of those. I think I accidentally deleted my dark fragments last season though, so I don't have any of those anymore. But you can only hold like 250 or something anyway, so it wasn't even that many. It was pretty lame. All right. Anyway, I see this stuff, and you're right. I understand. So there may be players that have trouble with glimmer. Bebo is obviously plays more than me and doesn't have glimmer, which blows my mind. So my point is, I don't understand why people need glimmer, but I don't know what point I was trying to make here.
You also clearly didn't do much focusing during Iron Banner because that's 20,000 glimmer a pop.
Yeah, but I got yeah, you're right.
Okay.
But I mean, that only costs like 200 planetary materials to get my 500,000 glimmer back. Like
Greener, we're gonna do a series of true or false questions.
okay,
Right.
okay.
Now I'm gonna say a statement, and you're gonna tell me whether it's true or false.
Okay.
You need glimmer in order to masterwork armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not tier 10, or well, there might be tier 10, but I'm pretty sure it's
Okay.
glimmer, and then core, and then.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, that's
You need-
weapons. Fuck, I'm getting backwards now. Probably yes.
You need glimmer to purchase bounties.
Yeah, in most cases.
Okay. In most cases.
There used to be
Well-
bounties that weren't glimmer related. There's like you could get them for other stuff. I don't
You
know.
need glimmer to purchase upgrade modules.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you said no so far to any of these?
No.
Okay. Glimmer is used in everything in this game.
Yeah, but not
Like
much.
you we don't have much to begin with.
That's not true. It's not true, Greener. I've spent millions
Whatever.
of glimmer this season so far. I'm like
That-
you, however, and I have resources from back in the day. That doesn't mean I don't recognize the fact that I can just max out my glimmer anytime I want by pulling phantasmal fragments out of my vault. Does not mean there's not a glimmer problem. We are not your typical Destiny player.
That's not my problem.
All right. The vast majority of the community is like Bebo. He
All
is
right,
standing.
all right,
He's
all right.
standing with a sign at the end of a freeway off ramp. Right. He's got a sign that says, and this is a hallmark too. Somebody I actually saw here locally, but he's got a sign that says, "I bet you can't hit me with a shard of glimmer." All right. Because I had a guy came up to a guy that was panhandling once. He had a sign that said, "I bet you can't hit me with a quarter," and I thought that is fucking genius. I bet you get coins thrown at you all day, but I
That
bet
you
you make
just-
the fang too.
Then you just yeeted like coins at him now.
Yeah, listen. Not everybody needs to live the gigolo for glimmer life, all right? Or should have to. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so Anyway, the whole point of this conversation was I always find it amusing when they say they've increased rewards and they say more glimmer. Because I'm just like, I'm always full on glimmer to the point where I have to go and physically find things to spend it on. So I don't feel like I'm wasting drops when I'm doing activities.
The problem is not glimmer drops. The problem is the cap that we have on glimmer.
Oh, it's 500. That's so much.
He's trying.
You ever crafted a weapon before?
Yes, I have plenty of crafted weapons. I play the game. You guys think I'm not some sort of fucking player? Like
I've seen you play the game.
Yeah, it's all right. It's not terrible.
Crafting a weapon
Silence.
means saying
Fuck
goodbye
you.
to like 4/5 of my glimmer reserves when they're full.
I don't have that power weapon. I'm just gonna use sleeper. That's greener.
What was the weapon though? It probably made sense. Maybe. No. Listen, I've only used sleeper once in like the last 3 years, and it was that time.
Hey,
All right,
Greener,
listen.
how much do raid banners cost?
An absurd amount of glimmer.
Actually,
How much do 10 raid banner cost?
I don't know. I have like 1,000 raid
40K
banners.
glimmer?
40,000 glimmer
Pocket change.
for 10 fucking raid banners, bro.
Pocket change.
Well, raid banner shouldn't even be a thing, to be honest. Any place where there's like you can put a raid banner, you should just be able to put a flag like you can in the campaign.
Yeah,
Should
well,
just be free.
try playing during year 1 and having to do wipes just to get power ammo in Leviathan. Power ammo run, everybody?
I'm fine with raid banners being a thing. I'm not okay with them costing 40,000 glimmer.
All right. Well,
Here,
listen,
let's see when
we
they-
got a little off track, but you know they did increase more glimmer rewards.
Oh,
in
yeah,
Crucible
they did, in
season.
Crucible.
And
That's not the
incidentally,
problem. It's
if
not
you
the problem.
play if you're friends with Skynet, you can AFK private match Crucible and get glimmer rewards.
There you go. Yeah, happy? Okay, so...
Bebo on your side. I'm pro Bebo on this particular argument.
That's fine. My point, the only point I wanted to make is I always roll my eyes when I see more glimmer as a reward for an activity because I'm just like, I don't need any glimmer.
Not asking
Yes.
for more
Yes.
glimmer. I'm not asking. That's not what I'm asking for.
What are you asking for? Less
A
cost?
higher cap of glimmer.
Okay, all right. But if you never have any glimmer, then what is a higher cap going to do for you?
I never have any because when I top out, I immediately waste it. If I had more reserves, I would, not run out as fast and have to go farm fucking EDZ public events.
Oh, you know
ever
what?
done one of those recently? One of those?
because I'm not a loser.
Garbage.
I can get on board with that because what you're basically saying is what I have. Because I have all those resources, I have a higher glimmer cap than you. My glimmer cap just happens to be like 100 million. Yours is only 50,000. It's kind of the same idea. I'm just able to store my glimmer somewhere where you're not.
Exactly, yeah.
So I get it.
Because we
Daddy
got rid of
Warlock
legendary
here.
shards.
Daddy
was
Ward-
my- that
Daddy
was
Ward
my-
telling him to be able to diversify his portfolio so he can hold the glimmer. What the shit?
Well, I had them all in one basket, and it was legendary shards, and then they got rid of that. So pretty much the
What-
housing market crashed on me, is what happened there.
Why didn't you go and buy a bunch of Phantasmo fragment things?
I did, and I ran out of them on the first fucking week of Final Shape
Because
because that was also really expensive for Glimmer.
It was. To be fair, like I spent 69,000 legendary shards and only got a couple stacks of those fragments.
Yeah,
But I'm still spending planetary materials, so because they give you a ton. They give you 10,000 for like 5 or some shit. I don't know. I forget exactly what it is, but it's a good deal. And I still
if
got
you
like
have them.
yeah. Well, I do. So
I do.
sorry. Sorry. Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Well,
Dude.
I do.
All right, we gotta keep moving.
God
All right,
damn.
so you're also gonna get higher chance of enhancement
These are not
cores.
new changes. These are things they've already done. They've been in the game since the Final Shape launch. You're reading the past.
Okay, fine. Map weighting. They're going to increase weight for Javelin 4, Burnout, Endless Veil, Cyrus Plaza, Dissonance, and Eventide Ruins, reducing for Disjunction, Cathedral, Convergence, Twilight Gap, and Exodus Blue. People don't like Exodus Blue?
I haven't heard people bitching about Exodus Blue. That was the only one on that map that I was on that list that I was like, huh.
All right.
The other ones, yeah, all bad.
Yeah, well, most of those are bad because they're fucking huge. I can't think of what Twilight Gap is right now.
So with the cannons on one side that shoot off into the distance. Got a bunch of shipping containers in the middle.
Okay, wasn't that one gone for a while?
B point is way off on its own on a little building that's off to one side
I might be thinking of something else. Okay.
that you have to jump to.
Talking about Exodus Crash?
No, I'm talking about
No, you're
Twilight.
talking PvP maps. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm talking
Twilight
about
Gap.
I'm talking
Ignore
about
me.
Twilight crap. Yes.
You're saying there's cannons. The only map with cannons that I can think of right now off the top of my head is one that I got rid of a while ago that had a bridge through the center.
No, Twilight Gap.
There's another one with cannons?
Yes.
Why can't I think of it? I wonder. As soon as I see it, I know it. I just can't.
Both sides of the map are basically cliffs that you can fall off of. One side, you start outside, and then you can run into an inside area. Immediately past that inside area, there's some stairs that go up to the right, and then back out to the main section where you come out into a little room where there's some containers on the outside of the room, and then another little room before the other point.
Can't think of it. It's fine. We'll move on. Seaside is what Rick's talking about. That's not helpful. Yep, cannons on the balconies. So I can't. My brain's not working. I as soon as I saw it, I'd be like, "Oh, this one," but I just can't think of it right now. It's fine. Okay, so all the other maps are going to have standard weighting. They're doing their lobby balancing. They've talked about the snake draft working for solo games, and they're going to be rolling out something that works that they think. Or it works good for solo games, but not fire teams. They think they've created a new variant that will be able to handle fire teams better, and they're going to launch that in August and see how it goes. So, what Rex said earlier is they're not sure if they've fixed the lobby balancing. He's absolutely right. They're trying something new.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
But Bungie has no idea how their fucking matchmaking even works. So,
well, I don't know. It sounds like they do. Random lobby balancing wasn't working. It was creating
like
poor quality matches. And then they were talking about the average skill works better for fire teams, but can lead to frustrating team compositions. So that's why they're going to be trying the snake draft with the full fire teams to see if they can with the new variant to see if it works out.
The snake draft will only work if there is a equal number of good players and shit players in the lobby. They have to be almost exactly. There has to be a ratio that you can almost exactly split into two in order to make a snake draft work. Otherwise, it's not going to work at all. You're muted.
There's no reason they shouldn't be able to do that math, though. Every other game does it. Like, if you play Counter-Strike, for example, if you have somebody that's, 4 ranks up, you're going to have somebody else that's 4 ranks down. Like,
No. That's not what we're talking about. Their lobby balancing isn't going to control the players that matchmake against each other. It's only going to control how those players are distributed into the two teams. So you can still have a completely unbalanced lobby. All they're going to be all the snake draft is going to do is fix the teams.
Separate them out.
Yeah. It's not changing the matchmaking. It's only changing what it's doing with the people that they matchmake.
Well, that's what I was going to say. And then they would do that on the other side. But it would pick the right people. So
Well, historically, Bungie has not been able to come anywhere close to nailing this. So
I don't know why it's so hard to identify an elo system and use that for matchmaking. I don't know why it's so hard for them to do that. Every other
it's group play that is the problem. Ultimately, for them, it actually works fine in solos. If you solo queue in Crucible, the experience is generally fine.
well,
The
because
moment
they
you-
grab everybody with a similar elo.
The moment you jump into a fire team with anybody who's got a large difference in skill level than yourself, whether they're better than you or worse than you, it's a shit show. Even with just 2 people.
That's my point. I don't know
It's
why
bad.
they can't figure that out.
Which means I can never play Crucible with anyone because everyone is fucking
Better than you?
ways ahead. I get into like the Make-A-Wish lobbies, you know.
Maybe you should play some more private match and practice since you get
It's-
full rewards from doing
It's
it.
ironic. Like last Iron Banner, we were playing a bunch of Iron Banner, and I was doing pretty well. I was at the top most of the time, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, 24-hour stream, like, and I was still doing good. I'm like, yeah. Then somebody left, and Joe joined, and I just got the shit beat the fuck out of me every match for the rest of the time, and I'm like, fuck it, Joe. Fuck,
Yeah, not fun.
He's too good. He's too good. He's too good. He
Joe-
wasn't that bad, but it was significantly harder once Joe joined than it was before that.
Joe is so good, he almost carried me to flawless. We got to 5 dubs. That is the most I had ever gotten ever.
You ever been
I'll-
flawless before?
I still remember the week that I went flawless solo. I'll never forget it. Felt so good.
I genuinely think that is one of the things like I've never thought that I'd be able to accomplish. Like not like solo flawless dungeons or like master raids or like going flawless. Nope. I just
If you practice Crucible as much as you practice doing a solo flawless raid, you would be good. You would be good enough to go flawless eventually.
here's the thing. I enjoy dungeons because it depends on me. Like it's me and it's something I can fix. But PvP is,
You're about to say some bullshit. You're about to get me ranting. Please, but finish your thought.
Who?
no, that's my thought. That's it.
Okay. PvP does not depend on the other people.
It absolutely does, yeah.
It's strictly a matter of you putting in the time in order to get better. Listen, I am not a great Crucible player, but when I started playing Destiny, I was like a 0.6, and it wasn't too long before I was able to get up to where I'm a 1.0. Now, a 1.0 is not great. It's way better than your average Destiny player. I think your average Destiny player shakes out at a 0.8, but and I'm old and slow. I'm sure you can manage it if you put in some reps. It's
I
a
just
matter
don't
of doing
enjoy it.
Well,
And I
mean, if
don't
you-
have like the drive to be better at PvP. Like
That's fair. I mean, if you
That's
don't enjoy
fine.
it, you don't enjoy it. But
Yeah,
it is a
it's
skill
so
that
simple.
pretty much
You do enjoy it, the better you get, though. Just be clear. All right,
I
we gotta
wouldn't
finish.
know.
We got to keep going because this will go on all night. So they're adjusting lobby balancing. Awesome, great stuff. Hopefully this snake draft shit works. If it doesn't, I'm sure they'll come out with something else. But until they do, then we'll have to deal with this garbage that they have, which is unfortunate. Next is quitters. Quitters penalty. As Rex mentioned before, it will be punishing people that do it more regularly than people that necessarily disconnect. But what I thought was funny about that concept, or that don't do it very often or disconnect, is people that typically disconnect frequently because they have poor internet wherever they live or whatever it happens to be. So are these
why are you
people?
looking at me?
I wasn't actually. I am now, but only because you look like Jesus. Did anyone ever tell you that? It's the first time I saw it right now. I'm looking
I
at
hear
your
it all the
long
time.
hair on your shoulder and the beard. Yeah, the motherfucker's Jesus. You just
I
gotta
actually-
darken your skin a little bit more. Then we're good.
I'm trying to keep Greener on track and away from this
That's
subtle
fine, I'm not saying
glow
anything.
that's illuminating sussBebo right now.
This is-
right.
Amen.
What was my
Okay.
fucking point? I lost my fucking point.
Oh, anyway, no, I want to talk about if people with bad internet are going to start getting the
Yes.
extra bad punishments.
Yes, and they should. I'm sorry if you have bad internet, but if you play PvP, you are absolutely making the experience bad for somebody, and you should get restricted from playing in the match.
All right, damn, savage.
I know there's some people in chat right now who, through no
Fuck
fault
Spider,
of their
am I right?
own, have internet that is not the greatest for match-made activities, but when they're in a match, they are making the game actively worse for somebody else, and they probably shouldn't be there.
All right.
Spider got a 2-week ban because of shitty internet.
That's funny. Okay. So there's this thing here that says if they are one of the higher skilled players on their team, the lobby has been balanced around their presence. When they leave, it puts their team at a significant disadvantage. I thought that was going to say more about that, but that's where the sentence ends. Like,
essentially saying, "Fuck these losers, bro. I'm out."
So if your elo is high and you rage quit, are you going to get a bigger punishment than if somebody has low elo and rage quits?
Bro, I can quit every single game and not.
No. Low elo in comparison to everyone on your team. I'm sure there's people who you match with at some point that you're the high elo player. I know it's hard to believe, but listen, back when Jack was like 5-6 years old, I used to let him play Crucible on my Destiny account. And there's no way you're worse than that. He was bad at the game.
Now AGreener plays him in a PvP game and just gets dunked on.
Oh man, I don't, but you should watch the kid play Fortnite. Like, it makes no sense what's happening. He would kick the bejesus out of me in that game. Same with Siege. He's really good at Rainbow Six Siege. I think I could give him a run for his money in Counter-Strike though, because I played that game for like 15 years. But he's young, man. They're so good when they're young. It's crazy.
Whoa. Pause.
All right, Ava, calm down.
Jesus Christ.
Clipped. Don't clip that in today's world right now, man.
I need to get that link so I can make a clip for the soundboard on the server.
Do not listen. Somebody, we're gonna get famous one. We're gonna get famous one day, and somebody's gonna take that out of context and cancel Shrouded. Okay, because
it's only because of the way you said it that it like hit me. So I was like, "You holy shit!"
Anyway, get out of here, all of you. All right,
so abilities.
Don't get us canceled. Yeah, I don't know. Some ability shit here. Threaded Spectre.
Threaded Spectre's getting nerfed. Swarm Grenade's getting nerfed because they're ruining the Crucible right now.
Swarm Grenade is good, yeah. There's like 100 billion of those things all over the place all the time. The Swarm Grenades. I don't care about the Threaded Spectre. That hasn't bothered me in Crucible, but holy fuck. What other shit has? What a nightmare.
No Swarm Grenades, like just... Yeah.
Right, they have low to high skill deltas for special ammo economy. That's crazy. That's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did they give people more special ammo if they're bad or good? Which one?
Help if you're bad.
Oh, that's unbelievable. That's not how the game should work. Who the fuck decided that?
Your mom.
That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Crucible is about skill, not getting advantages because you're bad.
If Crucible was about skill, you couldn't AFK farm private matches for the exact same rewards you get in real matches.
What does that have to do with comp or trials?
Trials is not about skill either. Otherwise,
team communication.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have Trials of Persistence that we're about to talk about. That no longer, if you're in a 3-stack, you can no longer lose wins at all. As long as you get 7 wins, you get your loot.
What? I didn't read that yet. Is that real?
Yeah,
Okay, Bebo, you're about to go flawless for the first time ever.
that's not flawless.
You don't go flawless. You get an adept weapon drop.
You do get an adept weapon drop.
Never mind. Useless. What the fuck? All right, get me all excited for nothing.
I think that's fine. Like I wouldn't want to get flawless from that. Like that's not really going flawless. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, since
That's
we're on
like
trials,
Yeah, we'll just skip this weird graph. No one cares. They're changing the special animal comedy, or they're talking about it. I don't fucking know.
that was
I'm not worried about it. There's a bunch of stuff, but passage updates. Okay, so we were talking what? Persistence? Which one was it?
the only one that matters is persistence. It's the
Okay,
second one.
losses following a win will remove the win from a player's card.
Mhm.
Consecutive losses do not remove additional wins. Okay, so if you lose once, you lose it, but if you lose twice, you only lose the one, the first
yeah.
one. Okay, getting to 7 wins grants a weekly adept weapon, regardless of how many losses the player has.
It's not listed here, but on Twitter they announced that the passage of persistence, if you were in a 3-stack, you will
It's a loss of
never
win.
lose a win.
So that's the Bungie team, right? Bungie.
Destiny 2 team.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry. Destiny 2 team. I want to see that. I want to see that word for word.
There-
When did they say that shit, though?
Couple
Maybe
days
it
ago.
is it in
There's-
the TWAB? No. I wonder if they replied that somewhere.
I think it was in the TWAB.
Was it in the TWAB?
Was it? Pretty
Oh, was
sure.
it in there? Oh,
Yeah.
well, I never looked any further than that.
Yeah, passage of persistence. When you play as a trio,
There it is.
we have updated the
Yeah,
passage
yeah.
of
A little further down.
persistence.
Oh, it's down for yeah. Okay, I see it. Yeah, let's read that. Passive persistence. When you play as a trio, we have updated the passive persistence, so the losses will no longer remove wins. This means when you play trials as a full fire team on a passage of persistence, you only need to get 7 wins total, and you will receive a weekly adept weapon. Quitting a match will result in having a win subtracted. You must complete the match for it to forgive the loss. So, okay, they really want to increase bad players playing in trios. Is that
They just want to increase 3 stacks, period.
yeah? But you think they're trying to make some of their like trio like streamer people happy that they're just like stomping on all these people?
I think they're just giving a chance to get the adept weapon drop.
Okay, well I like that less than the other concept because adept weapons are for good players.
False.
I think it's the same. It's the same concept.
What do you mean
as
false?
GMs.
Adept weapons are clearly for everybody, and if you disagree, well, you're wrong, and Bungie said so. So get
Fuck
fucked.
Bungie. They said something earlier to me, literally to me today. That's an idiot.
Yeah, well. You
Anyway.
still got your post removed.
There's,
Anyway, well, hold on. I just want to make sure the current one's still up.
there's also
Okay,
one thing.
we're still good for now.
There's one thing I remembered that I kind of
Mhm.
wanted to at least mention and kind of quick thoughts. Did you see Bungie's reply to the VPN thing?
About
Oh
Leopard
yeah. I saw that, and yeah, I agree 100%.
when he was net limiting.
When he was net limiting live on Twitter,
Okay.
And
Twitch.
just got a warning for it.
got a warning. Yeah, that was crazy. I loved it
But
though.
he said, "Hey, don't do this." I enjoyed all the drama around it. All the people, all the free cruise folks that came out of the woodwork and were like, "You're gonna just let this guy VPN without having banned, but somebody uses art money for a 20-year-old game and they get banned?" Yep. Yes, that's exactly what's happening.
Get over it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did find that all those people like, oh, streamer privilege, not getting banned, beep, 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 boop, beep, boop, 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 in the fucking chats were so funny. I laughed so hard. I don't even know the streamer. Could care less he got banned or didn't get banned. Whatever. But Bungie clearly was like, just an FYI, you know, we don't talk about this a lot, but this is against terms of service. You're probably not going to want to try to get clicks and likes using these clips, or we're going to be forced to ban you. I think, it's not something that they widely talk about a lot. So I do think a nice warning that's very public on a popular streamer's account was a great way to kind of introduce it and be like, hey, we are watching. We do not like this. We're not going to ban you, but don't do it anymore. I think it's a good way to get the word out.
Until that point, I didn't really know what their stance was with VPNs and stuff.
Well,
Obviously, they didn't like it.
Net limiting is TOS, but
Net limiting
there are
isn't
lots
TOS.
of people that do it all the time and don't get banned. Just some people do get caught instantly
because they
post it on Twitter.
Because some people post it on Twitter.
Well, it's
anyway,
not people that do it on Twitter, but it's just random people will get it and have it happen to them. They net limited and they go away. I mean,
yeah,
it happens enough that if I see somebody, if I'm in an LFG or I'm in a match made activity that's higher skill, and I see somebody with a fourth horseman, I instantly have to think to myself, are they net limiting? Because the fourth horseman is usually a good sign that somebody is on the path of the limiter.
So I didn't even understand what I was looking at when I saw the video, though. Did he use net limiting to be able to shoot 3 symbols at once?
Yeah.
And that was it?
Yep.
He seemed so impressed with himself. I was just like, okay.
Because you can only
shoot
break 1.
You can break 2.
You're supposed to only break 1.
Yeah. I've seen 2 broken without net limiting, though.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because you weaken them with the bow.
No, I've seen somebody shoot a rocket and then pull out their still hunt and hit it at the same time the rocket hits, and it breaks both of them.
Not even that. I was watching people do solos, and they were breaking 2 with SMGs.
They break with the SMG because they weakened with the bow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that guy wasn't.
So you get Glyph Keeper, and you weaken each button with a bow, and it does like 10,000 damage to each button. And then it's like you just tap it with the SMG and it's done. So it's a lot easier to double break.
Anyway, the one I saw was a rocket still hunt combination.
Yeah, like mountaintop and stuff. And I've seen that one. That's a lot harder than.
Either way, doesn't matter too much. So that's what I was wondering what it was. Okay, so he was able to break 3 buttons while net limiting. Got it. Anyway, I thought that was funny. That also reminded me of something else that was on Twitter recently. That was... I remembered it when I went to look just a second ago, but now I can't.
The 2 left hands?
No. Oh, that's funny. That's funny too. Holy shit. Let's keep talking about the twin. All right. Wait, is
competitive? This is old. This is old changes for competitive.
Okay. All right. Cool. Iron Banner. Okay, so they're going to now guarantee a random Iron Banner weapon and a high chance with an Engram. Game completions also offer improved drop rate for weapons and Engrams. Oh, wins guarantee. Okay, I was like, what? Okay, so wins guarantee that. Game completions offer improved from before. Matchmaking.
No reason to
old.
cover it.
Good.
Yeah.
Cool. Boring. All right, so we're done then. All right. Brave Arsenal weapon attunement is coming back in August. That's exciting for all of you people that get to get back into Onslaught and grab some god rolls that you weren't able to obtain from Onslaught and the Brave. Well, you could technically do it now, but you can't like focus like what you want. And the attunement wasn't 100%, but still, it was like, I don't know, 85%. It was a good percentage. It kept it high. So you'll be able to get back in there and kick some ass. I guess it's only 60%, but my bad.
That's what it was. I think it was 50%.
Yeah,
actually before.
Well, from there, players can. Oh, it says players can visit Fall in the Tower, access new Onslaught attunement menu. From there, players can select a single Brave Arsenal weapon they like to attune, increasing the drop rate chance by 60% in Onslaught. This is an increase from the 50% drop chance increase into End of the Light. Okay, so we had a 50% increase. So if it was 20%, it would increase to 30, right? I think that's how a 50% drop increase would
half of
Counts,
what it was
right?
before you added on.
Yeah. So 60% would bring that up to like 35. So yeah, it's a bump, 10% bump, which is nice. Okay, that's over, so you can't get that. This was ridiculous, by the way. Was it $77 to get that emblem from Bungie during the live stream? Absurd.
Yeah.
I'll bring it up. I did not buy it. I know everybody was buying during Game to Give. They were buying that really nice one. I forget the name of it for $117. But I don't know why. When I saw this one, I was just like, this is not worth $77. I don't know why. Here it is if for anybody watching or if you guys have the stream up, if you don't know what I'm talking about. Basically, it's a tournament bracket emblem. $77
What is this,
a
the
cost.
NCAA?
Yeah, well, it was $77 to grab that during the live stream yesterday. It's gone now, so it doesn't matter if you wanted it. You might be able to find it on an emblem collector selling for a couple $100, but not today. All right. I don't really care about this pin. I don't know what the fuck that is.
No. Don't overlook this pin.
Why? It looks like shit. It's some frog with a Destiny hat on.
You haven't done. Oh my
He
god.
hasn't done the story this week.
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I've been busy.
Yeah.
That's why you don't know who Captain Jacobson is.
No, I don't.
He probably doesn't know who Captain Jacobson really is in the lore before the frog even existed.
Okay, so there's a frog in the lore this week that Failsafe befriends. Okay, and now you can buy a pin coming up. October 8th. Oh, wait, you can earn it until October 8th. Okay, all right, whatever. I still don't care.
Captain Jacobson has got to be the fucking stupidest, asinine, low fucking point of this entire season. They're trying to recreate some Colonel magic or some Archangel magic, and it doesn't work because nobody likes fucking Failsafe or her stupid frog or the stupid terrarium we had to build. Or let me mention the fact she sends you on a mission to kill 100 Vex so that they don't accidentally kill her friends. It's not even a mission that means anything. They literally just say, go kill Vex off the planet because they might step on the frogs. You do it after you have all the shit to make the terrarium. But do you get to go finish the story? No. Here's a stupid fetch quest to go kill 100 fucking Vex. What was the fucking point of that, Bungie? It was actually filler. It was a story mission. It was a bounty. It was a bounty as a story mission. What the fuck are we doing? You have jumped the shark. Even fucking World of Warcraft isn't that goddamn lazy.
Oh, they kind of are.
No,
but,
they're not.
Play a lot of World
At
of
least you
Warcraft.
get something out
I've
of the
killed a lot of
stupid fetch
frogs.
quests you have to do. All right, you don't get shit. You get the ability to go back and set up a terrarium that I'm not going to look at again. And it's not even a new frog. It's the same frog that was in the fish tank during Season of the Deep.
Okay, so I just have one problem with what you said. I like Failsafe. And you said nobody likes her.
I agree with Greener on this one. Yeah,
I've always liked her. Back in the Red War days, she was hilarious. She's not as funny now, but she's a good character.
Beep. Shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch. I'm going to come up there and unplug your ass. I'm going to throw your mainframe into the nearest swimming pool.
Do you not find it interesting that there's an AI that's bipolar in Destiny?
I do find it interesting, and I did like Failsafe until this season when she was constantly in my ear with her fucking nonsense.
I feel like I basically haven't heard shit from her. Like, am I playing a different game?
It's gotten seriously tiresome, and it doesn't help that the season is ass. If the season was good, if I felt like I was I was enjoying my time playing the story content, then it'd be fine. That this bipolar robot bitch is in my ear the entire time. But since the stuff she has me doing, killing 100 Vex so that we can protect Captain Jacobson's family from getting stepped on, it's fucking dumb. It's peak laziness. It's peak padding. And if I don't like failsafe right now, it's Bungie's fault and whoever their mission designers are. So what I'm really saying is I like failsafe fine, except that she is a minion of the lazy ass mission designers at Destiny that took this 3-act longer time period chance to be able to make more interesting, innovative, and engaging content and gave me a stupid fucking fetch quest to kill 100 dudes for no reason. All right.
Just
thank you.
to save the frogs. Yeah.
Listen.
Yes, I agree.
I moved my mic far away from my mouth before I did that. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Anyway.
Somebody in chat said not bipolar, schizophrenic. But the only reason I brought it up is because is schizophrenic when you hear voices in your head? Wouldn't it? I may still be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's multiple personality disorder, which is also not schizophrenia. So now we're both wrong.
No, I think it's definitely bipolar.
Well, bipolar means you can go from one mood to another very quickly. She has 2 different personalities in her programming. So that would be multiple personality.
Dissociative identity disorder, aka
something
multiple
like that.
personality disorder, is not even officially recognized as a thing by more than 50% of medical professionals that look at this kind of shit.
Clearly they did not watch Identity. Sorry.
I'm changing the episode's name to DID is fake. That should generate some content.
No. All you have to do is put Bungie hates in the title and we're good.
Bungie hates DID.
Oh shit, no.
Oh shit.
Okay. Hold on. What's next here? Oh, I guess what I wanted to talk about was that wasn't in here was Still Hunt got an extra boost to its nerf.
I can't believe we have not talked about that yet. That's like the first thing we should have talked about.
Well, it's not that big a deal. So
wait a minute.
It's a pretty big deal.
25 to 33. No,
the forums say that Still Hunt is now trash, not worth using. Use something else. Use fucking Darcy if you're on a hunter. It's better.
They literally said that was their goal, was to get you to use Whisper during the live stream and not Still Hunt. So why is everyone surprised?
Witness, like you can't use it.
I can do whatever I want. No one can stop me.
Yeah, I'm not rezzing your ass.
Am I going to die because I'm using that?
You are absolutely going to die. First attack, second bullet you shoot with Whisper, I am not rezzing you.
In order
you
to get
will
Whisper
end
proc,
up with 0 damage, bro.
Remember, in order to get Whisper proc,
you gotta wait for the zoom in,
and you gotta wait.
And
by
you
that
can't
point,
zoom out.
You've gotten killed by the witness because you didn't see the attack coming.
Whatever. I'm sure the 25 to 30 is not. I'm sure it's not as big a deal as everyone. Like
it's a big deal, but it doesn't make Still Hunt rotations non-competitive with everything else.
Exactly.
Listen,
it just makes it harder to solo, which is the people that are complaining. I don't give a shit about that.
It's a big deal if you're gobbling hunter balls, is what it is. Because now with any other class, you can do the same amount of damage. That's it.
Well, okay. Oh no. Anyway,
I'm saying, like, stop.
Yeah, so if anybody didn't understand what I meant when I said that, is recently the Still Hunt got a 25% nerf when being utilized with Celestial Nighthawk, and then it doesn't. I don't know if this came with the 25 or with the 33, but it doesn't proc that new sniper meditation thing. But they were doing some testing with minus 25 and decided that they're going to bump it up to minus 33 this week,
and took away the interaction it had with sniper meditation.
The sniper meditation,
the golden gunshot specifically.
Yeah. So basically, they got rid of that big shot. The gun is still fine. It's good. It's fine. It's the golden gunshot that's being nerfed, and It's super
which
strong,
is still
but
fine.
yeah, it's super fair, and I think it's fine. Yeah, sure, it felt good. Everything powerful feels good, and when it gets nerfed, it feels like shit because it felt so good before. But in reality, it's probably where it should be. I don't really know if 33 is the perfect number for it, or if it should go back up or down or whatever. But
It never made any
it
sense to me.
needed a nerf. Absolutely, that's all anybody was using. It's
It
the
never
worst.
made
Like I remember back in the day, the linear fusions. You know, they were meta. I still never felt like they were like more meta than. Still Hunt with Celestial has felt more meta to me than almost anything in the history of
How else are you gonna
Destiny.
get 14 million damage on the witness all by yourself?
Yeah, like it's felt more meta than anything that I can think of at this moment. It needed nerf. It needed it.
it just never made any sense to me that the golden gunshot from Still Hunt would do more damage than actual like golden gun super. Like that to me just never made any sense. Like how is this gun doing more damage than the super? Like
It
that's
probably
what,
was never meant to, but then the addition of the perks.
Or
I mean even before the artifact perks.
or
I don't
Bungie
know.
just
I don't
shipped
know.
it
I don't know.
extra hot on purpose to
Maybe,
generate hype.
for fun. Yeah, it did. It generated hype. Okay, so that's done. That's done. That's done. That's done. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Okay, that's everything.
You got some free strange coins waiting for you at Zer. Because they
Yeah.
fucked up strange coin drops last week.
Free stage coins, everybody. Enjoy.
47.
Enough to get
Oh,
your
man.
booster this week.
You guys actually get that? I've been
I
sitting
buy
on
it every week.
I've been sitting on 99 strange coins for like since the first week of Fell Shape. I haven't bought anything from them.
Strange coins are a good source of cores and prisms and raid banners.
Raid banners.
Yeah, I don't care about.
You
any
could
of those. I
also
just
go
buy
to
them with Glimmer.
the weapons. Go to the weapons and armor, and pick the random one, and like keep rolling. And I got red borders from like seasons that you could not get now.
No, I didn't realize
So-
that happened. That's good to know. But I have all my
Yeah.
patterns.
I haven't missed any red borders.
And miss any red borders.
Well, I play the game more than everybody thinks I actually do.
False.
That's not false. Asshole. Can I get Salvation's edge red borders in there?
No.
No,
No.
you can do that by playing Salvation's Edge.
I don't want
You
to.
don't have those all done already yet?
No, I've only done Salvation's Edge once. I don't like it. I find the first 3 encounters incredibly boring.
That's not that bad of a take.
And then you have to get through them. The 4th one, yeah, it's very cool because it's it's different. But after I've only done it once, so I can't say. After you do it a few, but I have a feeling after you do it a few times, it probably gets pretty boring.
I've never gotten tired of getting transported to one of the solo rooms and have there be no shadows on my wall for the 4,000th time. It's
I
great.
thought it was being serious for a minute. Okay,
I love
and then I've only done the Witness once, but I was like the weak link, and I don't like being the weak link, so it kind of annoyed me.
What do you mean by the weak link?
I wasn't able
lowest
to
damage?
move. I wasn't able
No.
to move fast enough and stuff, and I didn't know the patterns. And everyone I played with had probably done it like 20 times at that point, and I kept getting fucking killed. Anyway, I don't know. It bothered me.
Practice,
Oh.
baby. Go to Excision. It'll help you get a time down for it, and then it's not the same, but it has the feel of it, kind of.
I just don't care as much. I don't think. I don't know. It's still even getting better at that. Like I'm sure I would by doing it more. Obviously, and you still got to go through those 3 encounters that are literally exactly the same back to back to back. It's like, ugh. I hate that. Why do they keep doing encounters that have the same mechanics constantly in these raids? Like Ron
That
is
is
the whole thing is that fucking one encounter thing. This one was at least it's for the fuck's sakes, at least it stopped on this raid on the 4th encounter. I was like, I was legitimately expecting it to be boom, boom, boom. The 4th encounter, they usually throw one in, like Excavator, for example, on Run. And I was like, I was expecting to have to do the fucking plate nonsense with the Witness when I got there. I was like, oh my god, they didn't do it? Like, I was legitimately surprised that
The fact they didn't is actually one of my criticisms of that raid.
Oh, that's ironic that we think they're like the complete opposite for that.
Raids are supposed to drip feed you mechanics through the encounter so that you have all the mechanics that you need for the final boss. That's how raids have traditionally worked in Destiny. They've changed that mold up here a little bit lately by throwing an oddball encounter in there that doesn't do anything that the rest of the raid does. But the whole point of a raid is learning mechanics as you go that are incrementally getting a little bit more complicated until you have the final form of the mechanic at the final boss.
That's ironic because one of my favorite raids is King's Fall, and none of the encounters have the same mechanics.
The encounter right before it is exactly pretty much the same.
Oh, yeah?
Sisters is almost identical to Oryx, just with added
bombs,
mechanics.
ogres, knights, the center guy, where you can do damage from. I guess
but you do the main. You do the main mechanic of going up and grabbing the orb.
That's why Sisters exist, to teach you that mechanic.
It's gonna be like you're gonna have to do this
anyway,
but with more shit.
Okay, but still, there's the rest of the raid.
Again, you know, I don't know what you want me to say.
Nothing. They're all completely different. I love that raid. It's a good raid.
I love King's Fall. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Raids. It's really good. Mm-hmm. The mechanics in Leviathan, all different. In that raid. Ironically, what do I say my favorite raid in Destiny 2 is? Prestige Leviathan. Every time anyone ever asks me, every single encounter has different mechanics. One, you have to run through a fucking tunnel. One, you have to kill a bunch of dogs. Like,
I never did that race.
Oh, so what was the other one? The Bather one. Much. The Bather one. What are you talking? That was such a good raid. Holy fuck! And Prestige Callus is probably one of the best encounters in the game. People being pulled in randomly, doing all that stuff. Oh my god, that was so good.
That's cope.
Whatever. You probably like Scourge. Fucking loser.
Scourge was a nice strike.
All right, we're done. Is there anything we need to talk about? You want to talk about Clan Wars? Okay, go ahead.
I said I was never doing another Clan Wars after the last one, and then I changed my mind because enough people asked about it. So we are coming back with Clan Wars once again, starting on Tuesday. Let's see if we can burn out another whole clan's worth of staff and completely reshuffle who's running things. I think it'll be great. Or possibly, let's see if we can legitimately beat the 2.5 days it took to get somebody bitching about some other clan cheating that we had last time. I'm doing a really terrible job of hyping this up. Anyway, Clan Wars is coming. What is Clan Wars? Clan Wars is a competition between clans to see who's got the best community engagement. All right, so we're going to be looking at we're going to be measuring community player of the week points and Discord activity in text to see who is generating the most activity inside their clans. There will be some challenges throughout the week to challenge you to stretch to engage with other aspects of the community. One of them is going to be changed because if we were to follow through on commenting on the recruitment post, it would have the counter effect of just having the post get nuked. Because apparently being excited for your clan and trying to convince other people to join is, against Bungie's rules. I don't know. Anyway, what do you get for all of this? Every clan is going to be able to do some kind of giveaways for involvement. I need to actually get those point stipends out to people so they know what it is that they're going to have to work with. But every clan will be able to do their own thing in terms of what kind of giveaways they're going to do for encouraging people to participate. On top of that, whichever clan wins is going to get a dedicated server role. That role will have a unique color that will be voted on by the clan. The admin and the staff of the clan aren't going to be able to just make the decision. They'll be able to set like the potential options, but I'm going to make them hold a vote because otherwise people get pissed off. They'll be able to set a unique emoji for that role that will stick with you for the whole next year. And then AGreener will be press ganged into making a new custom logo for the clan in question. That logo will be available on merch, assuming we're even allowed to have a merch store anymore because of Bungie. So, and if there's money for it, if we're doing all right on donations, I will try to talk AGreener into giving away a few pieces of that branded merch within the clan that wins. So get ready to prove that your clan is better than all of the others when we start Clan Wars on Tuesday.
So what if you already know?
Then prove it to everyone else.
You shouldn't have a problem proving it to everybody else by scoring the most points.
Okay. I like Clan Wars. Mainly because I force people to come to the stream, which will be cool.
I love Clan Wars. It's great.
All right. Next, do you want to talk about anything, Bebo?
Me when I start Clan Wars.
I'm good.
Me about a week in. Me at the end of Clan Wars.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. We haven't had an event in a while though, so it'll be nice to get some stuff going. I know to be honest, like up until like the last couple of weeks, we've been eating pretty good in Destiny since April. So we haven't really needed a reason to keep people coming back, but it'll be good. This will be good. I think it'll be fun. Short of that, I mentioned at the beginning of the stream. I'm going to mention it again, just quickly. There's only 2 days left. If there's anything that you wanted to grab in the Bungie Day fundraiser sheet or whatever it is, lots of emblems, some merch, some other stuff, you should check it out. There's going to be a link below. If you're watching this after Sunday, though, unfortunately, you're too late. If you're watching this live, you still have the opportunity to, or the link is in the chat. And if you're watching this on YouTube or listening to it on podcast services, there'll be a link in the description that you can go to. But once again, if this is after Sunday, July 28th, you're fucked. Also, we will be doing a catastrophe stream tomorrow for anybody that watches this before tomorrow when it goes live. That doesn't make much sense, or watching live right now. It might start a little later than normal, but regardless, that doesn't really matter. Just an FYI for you all to know. That's it. Thank you so much for watching this week at Shrouded, episode 72. It's been a lot of fun. I've been your host, AGreener. A big shout out and thanks to Mr. Rect and sussBebo. Thanks for being here, guys.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. And we are leaving now. Goodbye, everybody. Go play Destiny.
Go do something else.